Saturday. With me today is my whole entire offspring and offspring's offspring. My house was full. My kitchen was alive. So I didn't read. I talked to my bestie last night, and I said, oh, we're going to be outside. There'll be a few people. That's why I needed you to breathe. And my bestie said, Boosie, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I got this. I came in this morning, it was hot, humid. And because you are with us, I would never, ever allow you to suffer in that. As we begin, you are here. I am here. The descendants of Al Lewis are here. And we, because of what I just shared with you, because we were given this wonderful day, because some spirit brought you. Physically. Spiritually, we need to bring forth those who are not here in present, but they are. We want to bring them in the African tradition. Brother Dr. Johnson.
Anuaye mi moche yo, anuaye mi baba, anuaye mi moche yo, anuaye mi baba. O batalata wini wini sebe ute, o balakia sebe, o batalata wini wini sebe ute, o balakia sebe, o bafeye, o bafeye, come on, o bafeye,
o bafeye,
I said, o bafeye,
o bafeye,
o bafeye. Assalamu alaikum. I greet you in the Hindustani words of greeting, namaste. I greet you in Japanese, ohayo gozaimasu. Greet you also in Chinese, ni hao.
Ni hao.
I greet you in the language of the People's Republic of South Africa, where our dear departed ancestor, who is still with us through the work he did, Nelson Mandela, did so much to open the world. Kunjani.
Kunjani.
I greet you in the language that's spoken by the Yoruba people of Central and Western Africa. Fanga, alafia.
Fanga, alafia.
I greet you in the language that our Hebrew brothers and sisters speak in Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.
And last but certainly not least, I greet you in the language of which you so crudely call your own, in English. What's up? How y'all doing? Now being properly greeted. What you just heard was from my auntie Janetta. She knows that Sweet Honey and the Rock have a song that they sing called the Opening Ilegba. And in Yoruba ceremonies, they invite Eshu or Ilegba in to open the roads. So regardless of what way you worship or what tradition that you are a part of, it's important for us to open the roads so that we can provide light and energy, or ashe. You will hear us say ashe. Say it with me, ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe is a Yoruba word that means power, and it means I agree. So allowing us to provide that ashe so that our ancestors who we honor today can be with us. So we light lights for them. But before I do that, I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but usually in African tradition, the elders are asked if we may begin the ceremony. So I asked whoever wants to volunteer as being our elder, may we proceed with this ceremony.
I would like to ask that the matriarch of the A.L. Lewis family, our beloved Thelma Lewis, give us permission to continue this ceremony. Do we have your permission?
Ashe. We light lights to welcome those who are beyond to come this way. We are thankful. We light lights of white, in essence, for their essence to be with us, and we are thankful for the blessings that come to and for us all. Let us say Ashe.
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 Thank you, Brother Rahman. And we do bring special spirits of A.L. Lewis and the 6 other men who made it possible for us to be here today. We bring forth the ancestors that all populated this wonderful beach. So many we cannot name. But we do want to evoke the spirit of the one who made it for life's work. In the same year, in the same month, that A.L. Lewis and the Pension Bureau opened this beach. Marvine Elizabeth Bench, born on January the 13th, 1935. And when A.L. Lewis and the Afro-American Life Insurance Company opened the beach 2 weeks later, January the 31st, 1935. We bring Marvine the Beach Lady into the present. Marvine the Beach Lady was the preservationist and environmentalist. But her preservation work made it so that this building was built, made it so that the museum would have a house, her vision, and the charge that her great-grandfather gave her to preserve this beach. We do bring her the first person who managed this museum, who came with the African tradition of responsibility and keeping life alive in many forms and understanding the circle of life, came here and managed from the time that we opened the doors, September the 5th, 2014, I must call the name and bring his spirit back. Yunus Asani from Sudan. Many of you, as you walked in, asked me, where is he? He's our ancestor. He is joined in the spirits who come. That was our African tradition. We asked our elder if we could speak. But in our African American tradition, we always put ourselves in the place of prayer and any song that we begin our programming with is in the words and the music of the Johnson brothers, James Weldon Johnson and Rosalind Johnson. They combined the music for our people with a prayer. To open our program is Miss Allison Williams.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here. Every time I come to this part of the world, something good happens. I was asked to come here a few years ago by another sister friend that I've met. Where is Miss Linda? And hey, and she does this wonderful retreat, a women's retreat. And when her mom transitioned, she asked me if I would join because she had an extra space. And I've been coming ever since. I've been coming and enjoying and evacuating and running for my life. Y'all have weather down here. But every time I come, something wonderful happens. So this Labor Day weekend was no different. And when Carol found out that I was going to be here, she said, won't you please come and be a part of the remaining of the museum? You know, I'm doing this and doing that. And then an hour later, I said, yes, Carol. I'll do it. I'll come and do it. I evoke the spirit of my mentor and our beloved Dr. Maya Angelou, who poured into me the power to stand and speak, as well as sing. And so every time I'm asked to do something like that, I go, well, wow, she told me I could, and I guess I can. I certainly will. Every time I come, I find out something new. She is the reason that I'm a part of this family with Dr. Cole and Carol and her family and Jackie and Greg, we come together and gather in her name and have for so long. And I found out little by little, every time we would get together, more about this place and this history and these people. And then one day it all came together that you all were connected. I was just getting an idea about a beach. That's all I knew. Black folks was involved. And then I realized what the real true history was. And it's now, it blows my mind, and it also makes me want to tell everybody I know. I gave my Uber driver a if you guessed it. Oh, when she crossed over me, I took her on a tour, showed her all of it. That's how it inspired me.
Yes.
That's how it inspired me. And when I saw the museum, the first time, I was like, you built a what? Yeah, and I'm going to Liberia, I'm going to build another one. What she does. These are the people that pour into my life are so incredible, and it's incredible to be here with you all today. And all these little young ones, they're going to grow up to be just like that. They're going to be greatness like this. I'm so happy about it. Another little piece of information I got while I was on the Google. Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson. This poem, which is written as a poem, was written in 1900 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's birthday at a segregated black school, and also in particular to introduce Booker T. Washington. I learned as we rode from the airport that A.L. Lewis was named for Abraham Lincoln. When I talked to Carol this morning, she greeted me by saying, "Good morning, my songbird," a name that was bestowed upon me by Dr. Angela, and it felt so incredibly right. And she said, "I want to start off with a prayer, and can you do this, and can you sing that, and can you," and I said, "I tell you what, I'll do the last stanza of the song as a prayer." She wanted to have those words, those God words to be spoken, and I'll sing the first verse. So that's what we're going to do. Want to hear it? Here you go. We're going to ask that you bow your head. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we meet thee, lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. Amen.
Amen.
May we stand for the singing of the national song. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. And let our rejoicing rise high as the lifting skies. Let it resound loud as the roaring sea. Sing a song full of the praise that the dark past has taught us.
there's anyone here, before I say that, I just got filled with something. Before I even introduce myself or our guest, and singing that song that was written in 1900 by the Brothers Johnson, 500 colored children. That's what it was. How many years ago was that? Think about it. But my fullness, I am filled with love and pride with you, because I know your granddad. And my father that could stand there and do the works. You knew those works. But that filled me, y'all. I just had to give you our future. We bring you into this sacred morning that we are here.
Ashe.
Let's go back to the song, girl.
They learned from you, Mom. Black national anthem and Black happy birthday.
I really tried as a parent to teach my kids. That was my son shouting out. Not this. And I'm supposed to do that out loud. But I just want any of you who are over 45, or was it 40? Okay. If y'all, no, 45, because he's over it. He just knows his Auntie Allison. But if y'all know the song, the R&B song, Just Call My Name. Y'all know that one? Come on. Well, that's who did it. She won the gold record and everything. That was her song.
They don't know better than the kids though, that I sang, they're playing basketball.
Basketball.
Baby, so just call my name.
I'm changing ages. There's some over 50 who knew those words.
There you go.
But we are so pleased just to have you in the house, my sister. Anytime that I have called to ask her, we did the 5-year anniversary, and when you do 5 years, you call everybody that you know. And called on Allison. I want to give you welcome again. My name is Carol J. Alexander. Not because my mama names me Carol Jean, but there's a whole bunch of Carol Alexanders in Jacksonville, so I am Carol J. I welcome you to this gathering. I am the founding director of American Beach Museum. I have the pleasure of saying I'm still finding and founding the A.L. Lewis Museum at American Beach. I just want to be able to begin again the program to let you know the other dignitaries that we have here. We named the A.L. Lewis Museum at American Beach after its founder. A.L. Lewis, as you well know, was the president of the Afro-American Life Insurance Company and the creator of its pension bureau that purchased American Beach. We will tell a little bit about that story briefly, but I would like to introduce the descendants of A.L. Lewis. We'll start with the eldest Lewis, Miss Thelma Lewis, who was, we asked for her permission to begin, and I'm just stuttering because of age. We also have the great-granddaughter of A.L. Lewis, Dr. Janetta Betch Cole, and her husband, Mr. James Staten. The great-grandson of A.L. Lewis, Mr. John, we call him Hoss Betch, John Thomas Betch. The great grandson of of Al Lewis, Mr. Aaron Cole. Great granddaughter, Miss Renee Glover. I also would like to introduce to you, I'm looking around in case I miss any of the descendants. I also would like to introduce to you our board. Hey, y'all, we're almost done. That's melting out. Our board of directors. Would you please give an applause to our longtime president, Mr. Neil Frank. Our board member, Miss Thea Seagrave. Next to Thea is Miss Eve Everything Jones. Next to Eve is my brother, Pastor Carlton. Eve and Carlton are residents, longtime residents of American Beach. Dr. Cole and John Thomas and J.D. have now circled back to be a part. I would be remiss to introduce those who make it so, to keep me up here every day, to give me those energies as you heard my son first. My husband, who is way in the back, but baby, you could have been up here. Because I had him working, Mr. Howard Dotson. I had a camp that came here before this particular part was open, and I was doing the work that I'm doing to redo it. I would bring these girls, my five kids were really the granddaughters. I had all boys and I had all these girls and my son's friends' girls. So I had about 6 or 8 girls, and I would bring them up here on the Franklin Town bench, would teach them the history, make them work, make them learn.